And welcome back to the Zolteus Gaming Channel. I'm your host, Zolteus. Back with another episode of Empire of Sin Boss Review. We are on our final boss to review, folks. Fortunately for y'all, once I finish Salazar Reyna's boss review, I'm actually going to do a comparison of all the bosses, their Empire bonuses, diplomatic bonuses, boss abilities. From my point of view, obviously all of these videos are from my point of view. Other people can have differing opinions, and that's fine. But I find that a lot of these bosses, the Empire bonuses matter if you are into that specific type of gameplay. Kind of like with Salazar here. If you like brothels and casinos, you get better ambience or better cost to upgrade for ambience, and in this case, casino draw plus 10%, so that means more people are going to come. But depending on your play style, it's going to determine which boss you like better. So I'm going to do a comparison of their Empire bonuses, their diplomatic bonuses, and their boss ability. I'm going to stack them up together. I'm going to give them grades, and I'm going to tell you my personal favorite, and then based on their boss ability and Empire bonus and diplomatic bonus ratings, which one is just going to be the easier or better to play with, depending on most likely boss ability and diplomatic bonus. So look forward to that in the next episode. But this episode, we're going to talk about Salazar Reyna. Empire bonus, as I just mentioned, you get reduced costs when you upgrade brothel ambience, which is nice. Once again, I talked about ambience in the last episode. Ambience is a great thing. It makes the racket nicer, as in inside wise, it makes it nicer, and it has a small bonus in drawing people in because it's a nicer place. So one of the biggest things that I always try to get to 5 first is ambience. Casino draw. So casino draw plus 10%, just bonus. Like you get a plus 10% to your casino draw. So whatever your current draw is, you get plus 10% on top of that, which is nice because casinos, like we talked about before, they're the double-edged sword, but they can make you a pretty decent, pretty penny. I was about to say pretty penny. And that's that's pretty squared right there. So decent if you're going that route. Like we've talked about in many of these videos, Empire bonuses are based on your own personal playstyle. Diplomatic bonus, Headhunter. Threat generation when killing other bosses is minus 50%. So this is another one of those that is situational. It's good because you're not going to make other bosses mad when you take down bosses. But there's only so many bosses in a game. As a matter of fact, I think the normal set is 10. I think because there are 14 bosses, the most you can have is 13 bosses. So if you were to create a game with the maximum amount of bosses possible, this is only useful to you 12 times, because once you kill the 13th boss, it doesn't matter, right? Still good for early game. And I'm going to say that honestly, because when you take down your first boss, you're going to get all of their stuff. Your empire is going to grow by that much depending on who you take down, and all of the other bosses are going to be upset with how big you've grown in such a short period of time. So early game definitely makes a difference. When we're talking mid-game to later game, like say there's only 6 bosses left, it's going to matter less, because by that point, if you haven't developed your income, if you haven't developed your henchmen, if you haven't upped your security, that kind of stuff, if you haven't done those things, then how you made it to mid-game, I don't know. But most of the time we have, which means when bosses get mad at us and say, we're going to declare war, you're just like, yeah, okay, whatever. I've got my securities beefed up. I've got henchmen that I can drop literally on top of people and start combat immediately. That shouldn't make as big a deal mid to post mid game. So, but for early game, setting up your empire, I can see this being a big deal. All right, so boss ability. Santa Muerte. Deliver unto the Lady of Holy Death. Dual wield your revolvers and spin in a circle, firing a shot into all enemies around you. All right, so this sounds like one of those things where you want to be the center of attention. I mean, just take a look at his face. Look at it. Oh, now he's showing off. He looks like he wants to be literally right in the middle of a group of enemies and just spin around with his dual wield pistols and just shoot everyone. I mean, yeah, look at that face. Yeah. Oh, showing off again. Right as I say it, showing off again. Man, it's like he can hear me. So let's go see how this works. We're gonna try this on some thugs, and if we feel the need for further demonstration, we'll try it on big baddies. All right, on the street with Salazar. Once again, we arm him. And now let's go looking for some trouble. All right, we found it. Look at that, 6 of them. This is gonna be beautiful. If I can get in there and do this before they start combat on their own. Once again, we're gonna save in the hopes that we do everything right, and that's just precautionary. But let's see if I can't get right here. Dang. All right, fight. You guys run around. Yep, run around. All right. Looks like we're still going to hit all of them because we have line of sight to all of them. 30 to 35 damage, but we get crit potential. So let's see how it works. So we missed one. Doesn't do any extra damage. It's just attacks, which is nice. We're gonna reload this just to see if starting combat with it makes any kind of difference. And we're gonna switch the weapon to see if that makes a difference. I don't think switching the weapon is gonna make a difference. We will see. But let's see if doing this before combat starts makes a difference. And it looks like you just need line of sight, which is nice. So I'm just going to sit right here. Hey, fellas. Start combat. Looks like he's got this weapon out, so that's good. So let's do this. 30 to 35 damage. And it looks like, see that green circle? It's going to target everyone in that circle. So if there are 15 guys in this circle and he can see them, it will hit all of them. So this is going to be the big difference between ones that can target everyone and ones that actually truly target everyone in a specific radius. That's one of the benefits I will give to this one. However, it does not compare to the amount of power and utility that some of the other area of effect ones have. One thing I will say about this one, though, at least this one is omnidirectional, so you don't have to point it in a specific direction. And it's based on line of sight, and it has a pretty decent radius. So, you know, benefit there, because we're about to hit 6 guys. And we even got a crit and a crit there, which took down 3 of their guys. And has 6 round cooldown. But at a minimum, you know, we're in a pretty decent spot now. It was 6, now it's 3. And looks like all these guys are pretty much going to be one shot. So really not bad. I don't need to demonstrate this on any big baddies or anything. We know what it can and can't do. So that's going to do it for Salazar Reyna. Like and subscribe for more content. And as always, I will see you in the next video.